Hi, my name is Jessica, and I'm from Ottawa, Ontario. I've decided to try Smilelove's aligners. So it came in this box in the mail. Um, and so far, things are pretty good with them. The reason why I wanted to get my teeth straightened was because these ones up front, they kind of protrude over top of my front teeth. And I didn't really like that, so hopefully I'll be able to see a change. Smilelove says my treatment will take about 10 months, and I believe there's 20 sets of aligners for my top and bottom, and for each set I have to wear them for about 2 weeks. I haven't tried anything like this before. I haven't done any aligners or any braces, so this will be completely new to me. I gotta say, I was really excited to just kind of like get into my box and try it out. So I have been wearing them for about 6-ish hours today. I put them on around 2:30 today, and right now it's about 8:30, minus about a half hour for dinner in there. So pretty good. I do feel some pressure when I put them on, but like that's to be expected. And they're not too bad to get on. I'm just kind of looking at my notes on the side. So far working with this company, it's been pretty good. I started with the payment kind of process first, and I decided to pay the full amount up front. And since my credit card only has $1,000 limit, I told them that like I'd have to make 2 payments, and they were really great about that. So they were able to make 2 invoices for me, and I was able to pay those. I just used 2 different cards, and they were completely fine with that. Or I could have done a payment, and then since my daily limit was also kind of capped, I could do another payment a different day or a couple days later, and then once that's gone through, they would continue with the process. So they were really great with accommodating for that. And I paid for them on January 27th, 2020. And then my preview was ready on February 19th. So it did take about 20 days to get the preview ready. But I guess like it took some time to like get the impressions done as well. So the impressions came fairly quickly as well, and those were fine. I did try their text feature to contact them to see if my impressions were right, and I definitely tried the practice putty that they gave, which was fairly good, and I'm glad that they had that support there because I wasn't putting the impression in far enough, so that was definitely great to know. But I gotta say, it's really different using the practice putty from the real putty. The practice putty, I could play with it for however long I wanted, and it wouldn't harden. But with the real putty, it hardened fairly quickly, almost within my hands as I was mixing the 2 together to create the mold. And they have you make 2 impressions of the top set and 2 impressions of the bottom set. So for me, I made the top set, I made the bottom set, and then the third time when I was making my other set, the putty had hardened too fast. And I don't know if it was me or if it was the putty, but I did it exactly the same way, and on the third try, it just hardened way too quick. So unfortunately, that impression didn't go in far enough, and it wasn't usable. But they told me to send it in anyways because I contacted them and let them know, and they said just send it in anyways. If you've got a couple good impressions or just one good impression, we can make your aligners off of that. So I sent it in hoping that it was good, and it turned out okay. So they continued with the process. So my preview was ready on February 19th, and then they actually gave me the shipping notice on March 29th. So again, that was a fair amount of time in there. Also, with the whole COVID thing going on right now, it could be why it's taking kind of longer process. I'm not sure. And then I saw they were in the mail, so I was really excited for that. But they sent it to my billing address and not my mailing address. So since I'm a student in university, my billing address is still with my mom, but my mailing address is 6 hours away from her. So that was annoying. So I called, it was through Canada Post, and unfortunately they said they couldn't change it. And I asked, like, if Smilelove could change it for me, and Canada Post said they couldn't. But that's not Smilelove's fault, I guess, for not being able to change the address. But would have been nice if they got the right address. And I checked back through my emails, and I had the right addresses for the mailing one, and they still sent it to the billing address. So I was kind of unfortunate. So I got my mom to send it out to me, which I eventually got today, actually, on what is today, April 20th. But they actually arrived at my mom's on April 9th. So it took about 10 days for shipping from Smilelove to get to the address that it was sent to. So not bad. And now, as I said before, like, I've kind of broken into the box because I was eager to get them on. So I will show you inside of the box. It came in this. And just open it up. And this is what it looks like inside. So it has a case for the aligners. I've currently got the aligners in there that I would put on today, just because I didn't want to wear them for the video and have a lisp. So they are in there, along with one of the chewies that they gave, and the tool to pop out the aligners. So over here, it says, there's more, check inside. So that includes, there's a file in there. In case there's any rough edges on the aligners, you can file them down and they won't bother your gums then. In here, there was also 2 chewies. So that's 2 kind of rubbery cylinders, I guess, and you just chew on them to set the aligners in place. Because if you just chew with the plastic to plastic in your mouth to push them in, it'll damage the aligners. So they recommend to use the chewies, which I found it worked pretty good. And in here, there was also the tool to pop out the aligners. So that was great. This next part might get a little messy. So in the middle here, it has all my aligners. Well, I guess 1 to 10 for me, and then underneath here, there's 11 to 20. So if I pull this open, there is all of my different sets of aligners. And they're all in order from, like, chronological order. So in there I still have, like, set number 7. So they've already got all of my aligners, the whole treatment plan in here, so I don't have to wait week by week or bi-weekly to get my aligners. So there won't be any interruption in the treatment, which is great. And they've said, like, if I ever lose a week or if it breaks or whatever, just let them know and they can figure out an option. I believe you do have to pay for replacement ones. I'm not sure exactly how much, but they can definitely work with you, or say go back to a week, whatever, wear that for a bit longer, and then go to the next one after where you should be. And they'll figure out a plan for that. So I'm just checking my list again. So when I put the aligners on, I definitely did feel a difference, but that's to be expected. I didn't get a headache or anything, so that was great. And I had done some research before, and some people had to use some kind of a pain relief, like a Tylenol or ibuprofen. I didn't have to do that, and I get headaches pretty easily, so I was pleased not to use any of that stuff. So that was great. They are kind of visible, like, when you are up close, which is not ideal, and I can kind of see like air bubbles in it. But I think that's kind of unavoidable, like no matter what brand you go with, so it is what it is. From far enough away or through pictures, like if I take a selfie, you can't see it, so that's really great. And it also kind of mentioned like I might get a lisp when you talk. I did for maybe the first 10 minutes, and then that was gone. So it was pretty good. We'll see how it goes through the night. I haven't worn them like while I was sleeping yet, and I sometimes clench my jaw, so I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. But I can let you know in the next video, and I think that's about it. I've just got my case here, so I can show you. This is my bottom set. I also really like how it's not a flat top, so it doesn't irritate my gums like I believe another company does. This is the little tool to pop out the aligners. So it's just got a little hook, and you just like hook it in from the back and you work your way forward. And this is the chewy. So it's just a little green rubbery thing. You just chew on it, and it sets the aligners for you. Yeah, there was one other thing. When I purchased the product, it said it was going to have a whitening kit with it. And I noticed it's not in there. So I've actually been emailing with them today, and they said we don't normally send it out at the beginning just because you're not supposed to use the whitening kit until the very end. I believe it can cause some damage to teeth if you wear the aligners with it while you do that whitening treatment. So they told me like just reach out to them closer to like a week or two before my treatment is done, and they'll be happy to send it out. So I'm glad I've got like the email kind of written confirmation that they will send it out closer to the time when it's needed. I believe that's about it. They said the shelf life for the whitening kit was about 12 months, so I don't want to order it now and have it less effective in 10 months when my treatment's done. So I'll reach out to them again and get it sent out. Otherwise, it's been pretty good, other than the shipping to the wrong address and not getting the whitening, but they were really accommodating with that, as well as they were accommodating with my payment options. And their customer support has been replying very quickly whenever I need it. So overall, I'm really happy with them so far. And I will give an update in 8 to 10 weeks. Bye.